Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And today is Friday, my day, and I've got two small hauls to share with you. My first haul is a Sizzix and then an AliExpress. So I treated myself to just three things, and I do love 3D folders. So I got this one and I played around with it, and I did some gold foil with a bit of red paint. I just wanted to know what it would look like. So I've done that. And I think personally, I prefer this more grungy. So if I move that out of the way, because that's blinding me, I actually cropped this one up. So I did it in sort of like orangey wood grain cardstock. And then I just cut pieces out of it. So I quite like that. I will say this though, this is a bit of a disappointment to me, and that is that you're limited on numbers. When you actually look at the overall design, I mean, yeah, you get 31 for Halloween, 46 if you're 46, and you do get 25 and you get 14. But other numbers are like partial, like you get half a zero, half a bit of 8 if you look at it here. So I think it would be really nice if they did another one where the numbers were smaller in it and more uniform, so that you could actually cut it up. And the other thing that I find disappointing, yeah, I know, is this one here, the 1 and the 2 back to back. It isn't straight. It's set off to a skew, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that kind of caught my eye, and I found that a little bit disappointing. But this is the Sizzix letterpress block folder, and it's the Tim Holtz one. But I do like it, and I do like it cropped up because I can put stuff like that on little envelopes and seed packets and things. So that's my first one. My second one, I really like this one. And it's that kind of like rusty, rough iron texture with screws and washers in it. If you look close, you can see you've got the washer underneath the screw. And I did it just in white to have a look at it. And I really do like this. And I have got an ink blending tool here, and I haven't got a clue how much ink's left on it, but it is black, and it's, oh, I've got quite a bit of ink left on this, and I just wanted to see what it would look like. So I do like the inny and the outy bits of it. So I do like that. I love the way it picks up the rivets. And it is quite patchworky. And I do have another one that's similar to this. But I think that one's sheet metal. But I do like that. And of course that's going to look really, really nice done on silver foil and then blacked out with paint and made to look quite metallic, or just go in there with aquas and greens and oranges and get a sort of rusty copper effect, you know, verdigris. So that's what it looks like with some ink on it. And get close, you can see it really is nicely textured. Don't know if that's blurred. That blurred? I don't think it is, but that's really good close picture. So I got that one, and then I got the cutesy one, because you usually find that these vanish faster than the others, and that is, you can't really see it. It's a Christmas stocking, and it just cuts out really, really nice, and it's very, very sweet. So I did that one in 3 ways, and first I did it in foil. You got a little teddy bear, candy cane, the little gifts at the back, and I do love that little Christmas stocking. I just think it's so sweet. And that's with some of that silver foil that I used on that waffle heart yesterday. But it's a really pretty size as well. I mean, you can just go in with a hole punch and create a bunch of tags, or make little ornaments for the tree. I mean, children love making stuff like this. As you can see, it's a fraction over 3 1/4 inches high. So I really do like that. And I also did it in white, and I also coloured it in. So that's how it looks in white. There we go. Oh, trying to find the focus point on my camera. I think it's about there. But isn't that lovely? I just think that's so sweet. Even just left alone and just done in white, it looks lovely. And there it is, and I've coloured it in just using chalks. So if you were making a Christmas card for a child, whoop, there we go. Yeah, I don't know whether it's the light or whatever's going on with my camera at the moment, but nothing seems to look right to me. But I just think it's really, really cute. Right, I'm just going to clear these out of the way, and then I'm going to show you my AliExpress haul. Right, so first up is stencils, and I do like stencils, and I do love open work stencils because you can just ink into those. These would actually fit the length of a slimline if you wanted to, but you can actually stamp into apertures like that. You can just apply your colour. You can cut a piece of paper to cover the other apertures you've got there and just stamp so that your stamp is just within the area that you've coloured. And I'm probably going to use these on Friday next week just to show you that. And then I've got a multi-heart one because hearts are really useful. And these are a great size and they're not thin flimsy. They're nice quality. And then I've got the kind of square oblongy shapes, but I love that. It's like a film strip, isn't it? So I do like that bit. And you could actually put that all the way around one of those to sort of like, you know, indicate that it is a film strip. And that's probably the reason for it. But not always apparent when you're looking at stuff. But if I measure that, they are 7 inches. Put them both together. I'm trying to get the correct size here. I'm going to say 7 by 5, and that is the size of the stencils. Right. Next up, we all like quick and easy stuff, and this is an awesome 3 1/4 inch. I'm taking them out of the bags. Tag. So you've got the base piece, and then you've got the layering piece. You can see that it doesn't cut down the middle, so that it gets to fluff up on you. You've got a lovely size hole there for your ribbon and threads or whatever you're going to put in. Just super quick and easy to make a tag, a decoration for the Christmas tree, or you can use it as a spinner inside a card if you cut a couple of apertures so that, you know, it just hangs and spins freely. So I really love that one, and I did make that up and I did it as a tag. So you can see it there. Just really quick, great size. I mean, you could cut loads of those and just hang them on the Christmas tree. And if you're somebody that's like, you know, likes the peppermint candy, you could just do them all different colours, reds and whites and what have you, and have them hanging there with your candy canes and your gingerbreads. But I really do love that. So that was my second item. And then my third item, slide those across, is a little bit more involved. And I've got to get the bags to show you. It comes with foam strips. So you do get some foam strips with it. Can you see how many are there? Really tiny. These are perfect for shakers. So the set that I bought comes with 3 packages of foam strips. I'm going to put those down there so as not to confuse anyone. And also you get the slider spinner dies. So you get lots of those. I've already cut them apart. And you also get the spinner and slider pieces. Now, these bits of plastic are really expensive to buy, but not if you get them on AliExpress. These bits of plastic are quite cheap, I can tell you, compared to the stores here. And I'm just going to explain the difference here between a spinner and a slider. And they do come with the packages of stickers so that you can stick your element to your plastic bit. Right, let's find the correct ones. You'll notice if you order these, or if you've already got them, that you've got one that's got a dot. That's the spinner. And you've got one that's got a kind of slit line in it. And that one is the slider. Now, the reason that spins is because it's close shut in the center, which means it can move freely. This one is closed shut in the center, which means it can only travel backwards or forwards. And what I've done is I've cut an aperture in a piece of card, and I'm going to explain it to you. Right, so this is what you do. You get your sheet of cards. It might be pattern paper, or you may have stamped all over it. That might be a snow hill, for example, and you've got other snowy hills and trees and stuff going around there. And then your plastic pieces fit within the aperture. Now, I've used a couple of pieces of ephemera from the Creative Path, and you can see this one is a spinner. It's got the dot. So once you've cut your aperture, you can choose whichever shapes you want. There's sort of round ones, squiggly ones. You'll see you've got a gap, and then you just slot it in. Make sure you've got it in there correctly, and that's it. And then it will spin up and down. So I've got to tap it. See, I've crushed my cardstock doing that. I caught it with my nail. But that's your spinner, and all your stuff will spin up and down on that one. And then for the slider, I'll just pop that out again, because you can do that until you fasten the back on your card. And when you do the back, you put your foam on so that your plastic piece isn't touching the base of your card. It needs to float freely, and then you get a lovely nice front. But this one, I stuck it on a little deer piece of ephemera, and you can see it's got the straight slit, so that one can only travel backwards and forwards. So once again, just slot it in. You've got your gaps in which to do it, and then just tease your cardstock into the holes. Try not to catch it with your nails. There you go. Totally missed the gap on that. Now start again. See what I'm doing? I'm just catching it with my nail. I'm going to start there. It's because I'm holding it in the camera and I can't see. So there we go. I'm holding it towards myself now. Now I can see. So this one will only slide backwards and forwards. So you kind of got your reindeer going up and down hill. Things like this are great. If you love your character paper piecing dies, if you've got a snowman on a sled or anything like that, it's going to look absolutely awesome going up and down. But it will, if you move it, just go freely. I mean, I've done something wrong there, which is crease my cardstock with my nail. If I can get him going now. I mean, they do work. It's just me. So he will. There you go. Just go up and down. And remember to put your characters in straight as well. That always helps. But if you look here, you can see you've got your gap. There you go. You've got your gaps in between. And that's where your paper of the channel goes. So trying to get that back in again. There. So I've got a flower and a deer. One is spinning. Obviously, if you want to spin, you'll have to cut two channels so that they're, you know, not interfering with each other. But that is what I've got. And that is my haul for today. And I love these. Just an absolute bargain price. I mean, I think you get like, is it 10 for $5 here? And I think these work out like 50 or 80 or something for $5. So you get plenty to play with, and you get the stickers. But the set that I bought comes with the foam pads too, so it's entirely up to you how you do it. I'm dropping all my pieces. Right, now then, I've got an exciting weekend. Yes, this weekend I begin my hydroponics. Yes, sounds good, doesn't it? Or otherwise using liquid fertilizer in water and in canning jars with these like special baskets that slot in canning jars. So I'm going to start a bunch of herbs to grow on my windowsill. So I'm quite excited about that. You know, no weeding or anything. Just stick it in a jar on your windowsill, sow your seeds, and away you go. Maybe it'll be like a lovely green curtain by the time I've finished. Right, I thank you so much for joining me today. Now, what I've got here will be linked below. My Sizzix stuff came from a store called Marco Papers, which has some great prices on Sizzix stuff. So you have an absolutely awesome weekend. Once again, I thank you so much for watching. And as usual, all links below. Bye.